We'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. We have Senator Nathaniel McFadden. How are you, sir?
Fine, Donnie. How are you?
You know I don't do anything in East Baltimore unless I call you or Dr. Marie Washington.
Thank you, Soldier.
I need a pass to come across Charles
Yes, you
Street.
do. You still need that pass, baby. Come on back over and buy a house.
Yes, sir. Legislative session. I believe this was the 427th session of the Maryland General Assembly. Your thoughts?
Yes, it was. It was a tight one. We had some physical problems we had to deal with, but the city made out fairly well, I think, considering the economy nationally is down, state economy was down, governors had to cut $5 billion over the last several years.
So what was it about how much money you bring home or how much money you stop from losing?
It was how much money we stopped from being taken from the city of Baltimore.
A lot of people, a lot of us don't understand that.
Right. City schools made out real well. Baltimore City Schools got $819 million for operating, $28 million for school construction. Each child that goes to Baltimore City Public Schools will have $200 more per child.
Okay, but we're a little lost because they're talking about $120 million in cuts that might include schools and recreation centers.
That is no schools. It'll be recreation centers and pools. We're going to keep them open at least through the summer. And we're going to work, if the mayor's revenue package goes through, those cuts won't be made. But very important to me, recreation centers, schools, and our senior citizens. We cannot cut those programs at all.
Now you're an educator.
Yes,
sir. If I'm not mistaken, you have a tenure that you completed down at Dunbar High School.
At Dunbar High School and Lake Clifton and Lumber Junior High School.
Okay, when you hear of certain schools being closed and merged and renamed, what are your thoughts? Because people in the community kind of feel a sense of loss with respect to history.
I got some serious concerns, especially when they have black names attached to them. Names of Samuel Banks, Roland Patterson.
William
those names come up. William Bill Fender Hughes. When all those come up, we fought very hard to have those names designated so they can remain a part of the history of Baltimore City. I said to Dr. Alonzo and the board, to some of these schools that are not named after individuals, we need to, first we're going to keep those names and transfer them to some of these new schools that they're opening.
Okay.
Paul Laurence Dunbar Middle School is a prime example. They have a NAF Academy in there, and that building for the last 50, 60 years has had the Paul Laurence Dunbar on it, and it's going to stay on it. Same thing with Elmer Henderson. They have a new school down at EBDI, and I told them they call it the new East Baltimore some kind of school. I said, that's going to be Elmer Henderson. Elmer Henderson 101, and he was the first black superintendent in city schools. Our history is important for our young people to understand how we got where we are.
Well, how about a tidbit of history? His name came up somewhere, and I saw Clarence Duburn's, I guess, grandson.
Sean Burns.
Yeah.
We're working on a monument to Clarence Duburn's that'll be down in the inner harbor.
Well, even more so, especially in this black majority city, a lot of us look around, we ask, what do black people really have? But there's an organization, and it produces a litany.
The East Side Democratic Organization.
Why is that significant, particularly in a majority black city?
Because we stick together, we work together, the delegates, the council people, the senators, work with our congressional delegation. We work with local officials in Annapolis to bring the bacon back to Baltimore City. We think it's important for black folks to be organized and be working together.
So you got a farm team?
Got a farm team, my brother. We're not going to be like the Orioles. We're going to be like the Ravens. We're going to reload. Okay?
Good deal. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Senator.
Thank you, Donnie. Always a pleasure,
man. Yes, sir. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.